Hello, guys. Welcome to the podcast, Notes from My Journal, a space where I share life experiences, good food, and travels, and anything in between. Something can always pop up and we'll learn from it, right? So, these are the things we'll be discussing together, and I want you to come along. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Notes from My Journal with Faye. If you're not following the podcast yet, what are you waiting for? Like, comment, share with your friends. You never know, someone might just be interested in this juicy podcast that you are also loving. So let's get right into it. Today we'll be talking about something really, really special. Remember in the what's wrong with my English? Remember in the last podcast I mentioned that I wanted to put out an episode, but I took it back for a while, for the right time, while I put out the last episode, which was right for that time, right? So today we're talking about, drum roll, how to not lose yourself. We can say how not to lose yourself. In the journal that I wrote about this, I wrote it as how to not lose yourself. And because over time we've had discussions and I read the journal at the end, this time today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. I will read the journal and then we'll have a discussion after. What do you think? Yeah, I'm 100% maybe feeling you're gonna say yes. Okay, so let's do this. How to not lose yourself. I have always feared losing myself. Hell yeah, I've lost myself a couple of times in romantic and platonic relationships. But today, I was going through a couple of pictures and I recently took of myself in my room, all dressed up in the combat green trousers and a black t-shirt that has a frame of a picture of an elegant lady also wearing green pants. Talk about color coordination, right? LOL. So while I was editing these pictures, I told myself, why not use it as your lock screen image? It's been a while you changed it anyway. So I finished editing and updated my lock screen, and voila, I am beaming with smiles as I see my beautiful self staring into the mirror while taking selfies of myself. And this word came to my mind: how not to lose yourself. And I think I have finally gotten the answers I have been asking myself for years. Answer: do not take your eyes off yourself. Do not take your eyes off yourself and place it into someone else's hands. Do not abandon yourself by seeking your needs from the external when you are the source that can take care of you, your own needs, just the way you need to. That's it. It's a short read, but it's very extensive. This notes that I wrote down, it's a compilation of years of experience of relating with people. For someone who's more in tune with people's emotions, it's easy to quickly tend to want to address their needs more than you address yours. And obviously, to address that, you need to go back in time and see where you cultivated that habit. It's not an habit, it's what's the word? It's a pattern, a behavioral pattern that maybe was cultivated over time, and then you just think it's you when actually it's not. So yeah, you can lose yourself in relationships that are romantic or platonic, But I think it magnifies more in romantic relationships. There's this saying that the things you do not address, is it when you're single or when you're an adult, your romantic relationships will magnify them. They will mirror it to you. Yeah, that's the right word. Mirror. They're gonna mirror it to you, and you get to have to work around it. So I know a lot of people struggle with this a lot, because I've come to be in different communities and see that we're all humans that have one thing or the other that we struggle with. And this is something. And to see that majority of women are now aware of this and are taking the stand to not lose themselves in relationship because you want to please another human being at the expense of yourself. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing to please. It's not a bad thing. But when it comes to it at the expense of your core beliefs, your core values, and your core identity, then it's a problem. So in the last part of the journal where I mentioned that do not take your eyes off yourself. So this is important because I saw this movie, the movie, this woman, King of Boys movie. She's not a villain. She was like a glorified villain or something. But she made a statement. She was having a conversation with someone of authority as well, because she was a person of authority. And then they said, why? This person asked her and said, why don't you want to stop this? Or why do you want to stop this? She said, I really do want to stop this, but what you don't know is when I take my eyes off the target, I become the target. It might not really relate to what I'm discussing, but it does in some kind of way. And yes, the moment you take your eyes, your focus on yourself, and you place it on someone else, you lose focus on yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. Well, it does, because I know firsthand what that means. So it's just more like saying you're pouring from an empty cup, So, but if you do pour from a full cup and you spill over into other cups, everybody is a win-win situation. You feel refreshed, refilled, and then you extend as well. But the recipe for disaster for losing yourself is when you overextend. You give part of you that you don't even have, or you give part of you that needs to be replenished, and you still extend it further just because you want to please the other person or the people, or that you're in any type of relationship with. Well, that's that about that. I also mentioned about taking selfies. Oh boy, I think I have almost more than 3,000 selfies. I kid you not. Maybe let's say 2,000, because I was just going through selfies. No, that's an exaggeration. I think 750 selfies. Yeah. And to be fair, I don't really think I'm a picture person. I take moments. I love taking memories of things, of places and stuff. However, when I started looking inward, I started appreciating me more. And I think one of the outlets was taking selfies when I looked good. I even remember that I got a full-sized mirror, the long mirrors during lockdown. I remember that day. I was so excited when I was coming from IKEA. Mind you, I was supposed to buy that mirror online, like from a second hand or Facebook Market, but for some reason, I I wasn't seeing that exact, I'm very particular about things. It has to be exactly what it is or nothing. So this particular, I think, SCAD law, I can't remember the exact IKEA name for that one. The frame is black. I was seeing all that, but I didn't see. If I had seen that exact one at the Facebook market secondhand, I would have gotten it. So I didn't see it, and then I went to IKEA to buy it. I kid you not. I was excited like a kid that was in the candy store. I've been a big person who gifts myself things like so many times in the yearly, monthly, and stuff. But there's this that mirror. It was a different feeling. It was like I was finally taking time to see me. I'd not even gone home when I didn't even go with an IKEA bag. I asked them, they were like, we don't give IKEA bags, but the lady was, I'll make an exception for you. I don't know, maybe because it was my energy or the conversation we had was just I was excited. I got home and I was dancing. Maybe because I felt like this is another, like, a journey of me actually seeing myself. I didn't think about it like that then, but now I see that it felt like I was gonna be seeing me more often, and it was a nice feeling. Anyway, to be honest, I'm always excited when I give myself things. And I used to feel like people are always excited the same way when I give them things. I'm a big giver of gifts. I know that might be weird, that might not be weird. I don't know. It's one of my love languages. So I do gift myself things a lot. Very small things, big things. I just get excited and happy that I think about myself when I do these things, and someone thought about me when they did or gift me something. So yeah, that relates back to the topic of this podcast, which is how not to lose yourself. So I would dress up. Lockdown, we really don't go places, right? And it's been like 2 years now. I would even when I want to go get groceries, I will dress up. I kid you not because of anything, but because I was discovering the part of me that I had not been. It was there, but I was not taking note of it for a while. So I would dress intentionally, not because I know I was going to meet someone I knew, no, because I was showing up for myself, so that even when I then meet people that I know I don't know, the relationship and the conversation is different. Because you know why? This time around, it was because I'm showing up for myself first, and that's it. Not for the fact that I might meet someone. And I observed the interaction over the course of this period with interaction before, and I kid you not, it has been different. The days I've been intentional about showing up for myself, the relationship I have with people, both strangers and non-strangers, had been different. So it makes it easier for you not to lose yourself, because you've showed up for yourself first, you're showing up for yourself second, and you're going to show up for yourself third. Like, you know what I mean? So you're not seeing yourself through another person's eyes. So when this person disapproves of you, you don't fall down flat and disapprove yourself. So when someone disapproves of you, you can stand up and say, no, that's your own perception, and that's not the perception I have of myself. And that's it. And you're like, boy, bye. You don't take that energy on and start, carrying it on as yours, gradually chipping into your self-esteem. The truth is, no one knows you like you know yourself. Heck yeah, you don't even know yourself 100%. Every day we get to know ourselves the more. The only person that 100% knows us is our Creator. So if you are still discovering yourself, how would someone else who is still also discovering themselves now know you 100%? So it is 100% not right to then place that kind of heavy responsibility on someone else who is also still figuring themselves out. That's the first way, from my opinion, of not losing yourself. And I think I think it's gonna be best. It's gonna be best for everybody's gonna benefit in the end. You'll be happy. People you relate with you'll be happy. Those you have relationships will be happy. Everybody is happy. But you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you're showing up for people when you're genuinely not showing up for yourself. It makes people feel like you're okay with how they keep taking from you. And thinking, oh, if it's you or she's gonna be fine, he's gonna be fine. They always get it at the end. They're just gonna sort themselves out, And when people say, oh, you're so this, you're so that, you don't do this, you don't complain, you don't. It just simply means you don't have boundaries. Let's be honest. Because if you do, people will know there's a limit to what you can give, what you can take, and what you can offer, and what you cannot offer. And if all this is in place, there's no reason why you would lose yourself. One thing I've come to understand in life is that everything is a dance. Every relationship you have is a dance. The relationship you have with yourself is a dance. The relationship you have with your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend is a dance. Your parents, your siblings is a dance. And what I mean a dance is like, it takes two people to dance, right? So one person, except you're dancing disco, one person cannot dance a certain dance, classic dance. It takes two people to dance. So what I mean is, if someone is offering you something and it doesn't suit you, you're not comfortable with it, you don't have to be passive, and just say, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Okay, is this person, so I can't say no. The same way they're showing up and asking is the same way you can show up and speak up or respond in ways that it's going to be beneficial for you and them. So that's what I mean, it's a dance. It stops being a dance when one partner in the dance is dragging the other person. Then I think at that point you have lost yourself, because you're now, being... Yeah, I'm saying this in the picture. Maybe you can, picture it, because I've seen a video of this before. That's why I'm talking about it in this context. I've seen the picture of one of a professional explaining this context. So I'm not talking out of the blue. But yeah. So yeah, what I do understand from that video was that in order for a relationship to be healthy, which you don't want to lose yourself, of course, it's about negotiating. Life is about negotiating. And in the when you're moving, you move with the trust of both parties, here and there, left, right, front, back, But when the other person is not dancing and the one person wants to continue dancing, exactly, yes, I remember, I get it now. When one person wants to stop dancing and one person wants to continue dancing, and you keep dragging the person who's tired of dancing, then it will wear that person out. Forget what I mean? I don't know if this makes sense, but I'm sure it does. And that's why that example actually, sits with me, because it makes you aware of the fact that it takes two to tango. Maybe that's where they coined that word or that sentence from. It takes two to tango. Aha. Sounds about right. Interesting. Now I'm excited. It's like I just unlocked something. I just unlocked some, I had like a moment there, like an aha moment. maybe the way a scientist would be excited when they discover something in science. That's the way I feel right now. Anyway, so we just talked about how not to lose yourself, and we read the journal. What else did I mention again in the journal? Yes, do not abandon yourself by seeking your needs from the external when you are the source that can take care of your needs just the way you need to. Preach, sister, preach. Fam, that sentence, that simple sentence, we can sit down and dissect it for the next 1 hour. Trust me, but it's the truth. We obviously can have our needs met by, communicating. However, we should know the needs that we can meet by ourselves and where we need external help. The problem comes where you want external help to do everything for you. That's where the problem is, and that's where disappointment comes in. When you expect people to show up for you in ways that you want them to show up for you, and they can't. And then there's like, oh, I thought you could do this, I wish you could do that. When I did this for you, I was expecting you could do this. Then that would be underlying expectations that was not vocally spoken out about. Because you can do this and that does not mean people have the capacity to do the same. That's where self-preservation is also important, where you what's the word? Where you know the things, you have a limit. Like, you know that these things I need to do for myself. So if you're spending time doing things for others without putting yourself in consideration, hoping that when you also are high and dry, they will show up for you, that's a recipe for disaster. Everybody has different capacities. So that's why you also have to include yourself when you're sharing the capacity of helping others. And I'm not saying it's not a good thing to help, but in this context, I'm talking about needs. Also putting your needs into consideration. And what else did we talk about in this journal? Take more selfies. It's a form of self-care, trust me. And if you love boomerang, yes, I'm not even sure if there's still boomerang on IG stories. It's been a long time I used that feature. I'm sure I'm going to go check it soon. Yeah, you might not be feel that it's your own form of self-care. You might be the flower person. I am as well. You could be the journal person like I am. You could be the gym body. Okay, I don't want to be saying like I am. Maybe I'm just mentioning all the things I do for self-care. You could be, let me see. Okay, maybe you could love going to skate. I'm not. I've not tried that. Maybe someday I will. Maybe you are someone who loves driving. Do people love? Yeah, some people love sports car or driving. Yeah, maybe it's safe. Maybe it's if it's safe, I can. Okay, maybe that's some form of, yes, I know it's a form of self-care to some people as well. The view at the top, and this kind of story, just find something to do for you. Do things for you. Show up for yourself the way you show up for others. This way, trust me. The way I say trust me, even me. I laugh. I say trust me. Yeah. Okay. I can say trust me, yeah, from experience, that if you do this thing, if you put yourself first in the center and then extend to all other relationships, you will thrive. The relationship with yourself is very important, and it's the first. It's the one that is going to determine the type of relationships you have with others. If you get what I mean, your relationship with yourself will be mirrored in relationship you have with other people, whatever type of relationship that is to you. So I hope you did enjoy this episode, like I did enjoyed recording it. I would love to hear your feedbacks in liking, writing a review, and following us on Instagram. Something is cooking, you don't want to miss it. Until next episode, enjoy the weekend. Mwah.